Hello there, a very warm welcome to you, if in fact there is anybody there. Now, my name's Nick. There's been a few of these recently, only because of my work and I've run out of time, and then normally I do a Friday walk or maybe inside, but I've run out of time, so I'm doing one of these, and it seems to be turning into a regular thing, but ideally I want to do the Friday walk and this as well. But this proved popular before, but I never know when it's going to be, so it's hard to know who's going to be there. But anyway, I'll say all the things I had prepped to do for the Friday walk that I didn't get done last time, because I've got it all on this whiteboard here, a few bits and pieces. I was just about to go on the walk. I'd powered up the gimbal, I'd powered up the camera, everything was ready to go. And then I got called in to work for a big mammoth section. So this might be a video that you're watching most likely after it's gone up live, but a few eagle-eyed people, who are a bit early, might have caught it now, like John Roby has caught it there. So it's a big hello, John. So it's a big if you caught this, then well done. And Matt Myers has caught it as well. So hello to you two. So it's a bit random. The ones we've done before are a bit later on in the day. So basically, I'm going to talk a bit of rubbish, say thank you to the members. I've got a beer, a different beer this time. The first one we did, I had a Foster's, then I had a banana bread beer, but I've gone for a Cobra now. Is that any good? I think I remember having that with a curry once, but I might be getting it mixed up with Tiger Beer, I think. Anyway, there's a Miami Grand Prix on later on. I'll be supporting McLaren as we go through. So, maybe that's why this is a bit earlier, because I want to do the McLaren. But anyway, you might have a drink there. You might not have a drink. That's okay. Hi to Avenging Lettuce, and hi to Paul Monaghan, and hello to Gumdio. Oh, a lot of people have spotted me. Hello to Immense Robot. My Master's here as well. Well, I hope you got a drink, because we're not going to be playing any games this time. We're just going to have a bit of a chat, talk about retro stuff, Grand Prix, anything you want to talk about. Throw me some Q&As. This could last literally about 20 minutes, or it could last best part of 2 hours. We just don't really know. But I'm going to start with a beer first of all, because if I'm doing a lot of talking, I need a beer. So I've got my opener here. So what could possibly go wrong? Alistair McIntyre says Cobra is lovely. Well, I take your verdict on it. There we go. So it's open. Now, every one of these chats where I've done the beer, first of all, I've ended up not pouring it right, but someone said to warm the glass, which, again, I haven't done. But anyway, bear with me. I'm going to pour my glass of beer. Here we go. See if I can do it nice and gentle now without getting a head on it. But this is a bigger bottle than usual. I went out and got it today. So let's just have a bit of a taste. That's not too bad. Let's have a bit of a taster. Oh yeah, that is quite nice. That's much better than Foster's. A bit of a lighter on the palate there. I generally go for Foster's because it's got the lowest alcohol level, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should branch out. I got some last week. I got some banana bread beer. That was quite nice. But from talking to people, most people don't like the banana bread beer. But I had a bit of a taste of it, and the more I had, the more I liked it. So cheers to you. First of all, the few people that have seen this, cheers, folks. There we go. So we're a bit earlier, as I said. So hope you've been liking the videos. Have gone up the games. It's all about stress busting, really. It's all nice and relaxed. I don't. Well, I have get stressed in the past with work and stuff, but I've got a bit of an even balance now. So if I can pass it on to help other people, I will. And we all know with stress, it's a continual battle. So it will take you by surprise sometimes, and little things. I'm repeating myself. More beer, take you by surprise. So it's the same familiar background there. So yes, what was I talking about? The games we've reviewed this week. So I'll do it as a summary, then we'll go completely and utterly off-piece. There's a top tip from Main Master. Always ensure the bottle touches the glass as you pour. That is a good tip, isn't it? There we go. Cobra is supposed to be less gassy. So you have it in Indian restaurants to stop you. Oh, see, I probably have had it in an Indian restaurant then. Yes. Cheers to Gumdio. Cheers to Fat Belly. Good stuff. Yes, the games we reviewed this week. You might have seen these, you might not have seen them all, but I'll go over them in case you missed them and want to see them. If you follow me on Twitter, Jenkins7Nick, then you probably have seen them. So it's pretty much, we're at the pub. This is your virtual pub, so to speak. So, we'll just speak rubbish, be less people, and if you want to go and get me some crisps and peanuts, then by all means. So if it was just you and me at the pub, this will be pretty much what it's like. You're sitting on that side of the table, I'm sitting on this side of the table, and we're just going to talk kablooey. if I could arrange a podcast with you online where we're all there in a group, that'd be the most wonderfulest thing ever, because then I wouldn't have to do all the talking. You could do some talking as well, and I could take a breath to drink beer and stuff. Happy Sunday to Rossi Bossy. Hello there. And Chris Richards is here as well. Hello, my friend. Try playing Harry Attack with your beer. Oh, God, I'm not very good playing that sober, Chris. Once you get yourself a new Amstrad... Amstrad CPC is a system I never come across. None of my friends had one, but people have been telling me it's a good system, so, you know, maybe in the future. I think I was trying to tell you what games we've reviewed in the following week, haven't I? Yes. Right, so, ZX Spectrum, we had to look at a game called Bounces, which wouldn't have been on many people's radar. It's a futuristic sport, but it's a crazy sport, and if they play this in the future for real, I'd be very, very surprised. Basically, you control a knight tethered with a bit of bungee rope to the side of a wall, and you must fight another knight tethered with a bungee rope to the side of the wall, and a ball's flying around the court, and you must score points by knocking your opponent over and firing the ball into the ceiling. The longer you're stretched on the bungee, the more energy it will take. Yeah, I know, it sounds bizarre if you haven't seen the video. But the one with the highest score wins. It's crazy talk. Hello to Bongo Baggins. Jet Ski Simulator on the CPC is ace. Maybe I need to dive into that at some point. But, you know, we cover a lot of systems. Well, I say a lot. We've a smattering of systems. I haven't done too many of the Nintendo 64 for a while. But I've been really getting into Super Nintendo, Commodore 64. Try to do some of those. ZX Spectrum, of course. That's the main thing on the channel. Commodore Amiga, Game Boy Advance. We used to do, but that's gone by a little bit now. PlayStation every now and again, PlayStation 4 type stuff. I think the last one we played on that was Wreckfest. But it's always the Spectrum that's seen the most popular videos. People have said to me in the past, Nick, if you want to grow your channel, just concentrate on what's popular. I think YouTube mainly tell me that. But I don't want to do that, which is a bit counterproductive with growing the thing. I want to cover everything and systems, the unpopular and the popular, and, you know, that's what it's all about. Growing is great. I want it to grow, but, you know, stress busting. We've got a good group of people here, so keep it to its core. Grow slowly. That's probably a better way to grow a strong channel, but I might be talking blarney. Right, okay, so bounces. I'm not sure what other system bounces come out on. If you know, let me know. The other game was a rather frustrating, this is last week, not this week, rather frustrating vertical shooter called Freedom Fighter. Got great speech in the game, and I think the writers maybe thought that was good enough to sell the game on its own. But as well as having to dodge all the bullets raining down on you or laser fire, you've got concussion bombs that going down the bottom of the screen. They don't have to hit you, they just have to reach the bottom of the screen and then you're doomed. Success seemed a bit random to me, but you might like it. It's very, very bizarre. So Bounces and Freedom Fighter, what one would I prefer to play? It's tricky. Yeah? They're not complete stinkers, but they are smelling a little bit. I probably play Bounces out of the two. Now, I'm trying to keep up to date with the comments as well, because I like to keep you involved, and I'm glad you turned up. There's nothing worse than sitting at the pub with a pint on your own. So thank you for coming in. Right, Clinton Johnson, have a good Sunday, Nick. Have a good Sunday, you as well. I've got to go to work. Just wanted to say hello. Well, have a good day at work, Clinton. Hope it goes quickly for you. Yes. Who else is coming in? Matt Myers, what do you think about the ZX Spectrum next, Nick? I need to know a bit more about it. I've played, I've got the potential, a guy sent me a mock-up of an X. I've got the potential to play it, but for some reason I haven't got round to doing it as of yet. I know I've had it years. The Next looks great, but I need to play it a bit more. Right, Main Master bounces on the Commodore 64 too. Well, thank you very much, sir. That's the sort of information I need. I need a team of researchers, really, and stuff. I've been watching. I'll go off round the houses like I do when I'm down the pub. I've been watching a lot of podcasts recently. Most notably that Rogan. I want to say Rogan Josh. It's Joe Rogan. Rogan Josh is the curry. Yeah, I'd love to take part in stuff like that, but well, obviously on a lesser scale with like-minded people. So, you know, if you've got anything like that going on and want me as a guest, or vice versa, I suppose I'll have to do all the donkey work then let me know. Right, okay, what other games? We're going to go. Oh yeah, the other ZX Spectrum game. We always do a homebrew on a Wednesday. This one is a bit weird because it's all in Russian. Now, although it's in Russian, I got a few odd messages. Why am I supporting Russia and what's going on? I'm just looking at it from a retro point of view, whether it's been made in Switzerland, Portugal, Russia, whatever. There's no politics here. It's just retro gaming and seeing what's going on. Anyway, I played a game called Techno Alice by Alco, who happens to be based in Russia. It's the game that come before Skater Alice, we reviewed as well. I struggle with this one. It's like a venture platformer game, but all the clues are in Russian. Thankfully, Alan Turvey, Happy Coding, who translated a few in the comment section below, so I think I might got with that particular video, so I think I might have a bit more of an idea of how that plays now. But it's based loosely on Alice in Wonderland, but not really. You have to go around solving clues, picking up objects, not quite like Dizzy, but that same sort of idea. Picking up objects, put them in the right place, and using those to get past certain obstacles, put out fires. Well, Dizzy did put out a fire, didn't he, in one of the games, but that's fine. So Techno Alice, I think you can get that available from Spectrum Computing. There. Keep an eye on the comments. There's always a bit of a delay between me and you. Always welcome on mine, sir. We could have the definitive. See if that'd be interesting. I'd have to do it. Thanks, Main Master. I think I'd have to do it from a debating point of view, because I'm not one of these people that get involved in what's the best out of the two. I think some games are good on some games are good on the other. So you'll probably win that debate, because I see it from both sides. But in principle, yes, I'd love to be on your podcast, sir, or whatever you're doing. I've got good internet nowadays, so I don't know whether you do it via Zoom or Skype or anything like that. But I could set that up. So drop me a line if you want, and I'll see you when I'm available. But that would be super cool. Seeing how other people do it, that would be fine. That's a new one. Techno Alice. I think it came out a few years ago. Skater, is it 2017 or 2018, or maybe 2020? Anyway, but it's an unusual one. So if you're playing it and you don't know Russian, then you're going to have a problem. But before you play it, I'd say have a read of the comment section of the video I done on it, and particularly look for Happy Coding's comments there, because he's translated a lot of the clues, so that might help you get forward a little bit. Now on the Amiga, I thought I'd covered all the 2D horizontal fighters. But someone told me about this game, which I'm glad I played. It's better than Double Dragon, that's for sure. It's called Motorhead, based on the UK band Motorhead. You control Lemmy. That's that band that sung the Ace of Spades. They didn't sing about any other playing cards. They just sticked it to the Ace of Spades. They're kind of deaf. And yes, it's quite good. Some people hated it. I quite liked it. I thought it had a bit of a comic value. Fighting games on the Common Amiga are always a bit tough, because it's single joystick, single fire button, compared to the Nintendo controllers and the Mega Drive controllers there. Main Master, let's make it happen. I'll be in touch in a few weeks. Yeah, okay, Main Master, absolutely, sir. That'd be very good fun to do. Thank you very much. Yes, good, right. I'm up for it. Have a good time in London there. Right, I love London. It's a bit hot sometimes, and there's a few weird people about, but London is good. Have a good time there. See, so things happen. Things happen in this place. You go down the pub, you have a beer, stuff happens. So look out for that in the future. What was I saying? Yeah, Motorhead. Yeah, there's some good mini games in this as well. Basically, a bit of an odd storyline. All Lemmy's bandmates have been kidnapped by different musical genre lands, most notably hip-hop and country, and you must fight a group of Dolly Partons to rescue your band members. Well, that's in country land, so that's a bit strange, isn't it? I don't know if you've heard of Motorhead, but I think that's one to track down as well. As I say, I enjoyed it much better than the conversion of Double Dragon. Did I say cheers to you? Cheers! Now, I'm quite a slow drinker of alcohol. It's been commented on before, but it's still early. And I want to watch the Grand Prix a bit later on as well. Are you into your Formula One? My team, as you might know, is McLaren. I think they haven't qualified very well. 8th from 14th. Lando Norris and Daniel Ricciardo. So let's continue on my reverie. Oh yeah, this was a good one. On the Sega Mega Drive, a horror 2D slasher fighter sort of thing called What was it called? A Splatterhouse 2. Yes, I need to review the third one at some point as well. Yeah, but this is basically some guy with a mystic mask girlfriend has been kidnapped and held in a spooky house. And you must slash zombies, well, not really alien, demons and all those sort of things. Yes, it's good. It's one of those games as well where you'd be playing it to a point where you got stuck, and then you learn the strategy and you'll be able to get beyond that, and it's quite addictive in that regard. I got stuck in the lift bit for a little bit in the review and then got out. As you know, I always review these games from the standpoint of someone on their first or second go, and sometimes it's from the standpoint of someone that's blind as well. But you know, some games I'm a bit better than others. Bongo Baggins, I stopped watching F1 after Lewis was cheated out. Yeah, I know, at the 8th win. Well, that was quite bad, wasn't it, really? That was pretty disgusting stuff. Splatterhouse 2, he don't feature in Splatterhouse 2. Lewis Hamilton's having a problem with his jewellery at the moment, isn't he? Bongo. I think they've had a jewellery ban, which he's fighting against, and he's got a ring in his nose or something that's not easy to remove. And also, for some reason, the press are having a go at him for wearing free watches. You know, why? I mean, if you're earning 40 million a year and have been doing so for some time, and you've equalled the most popular, successful Formula 1 racer ever, then you can wear 10 watches if you want. It's not like you've been on a murder spree or something, so let him off. But Mercedes looks like they're slowly getting better. And the other game I looked at, which again I got some stick, which happens if you're running your own YouTube channel. You just have to take the rough with the smooth. Some people don't read the bit underneath, which says from the standpoint of your first or second go. Anyway, I looked at R-Type on the Commodore 64. Quality horizontal scroller shooter. Got good music in this one, but like all of the versions, I found them rather tricky. Mainmaster again, what is your favourite F1 games across all systems, old and new? My favourite was the original one, which came out by Psygnosis. Yeah, was that the ones with the Murray Walker commentating, Mainmaster? They were quite good. Yeah, you said so. The Murray Walker really sealed it. There was a cheat on that where Murray would say get things all muddled up. Well, some say he might get muddled up already, like he's been overtaken by the tyres. I like those games, but my favourite one is one that he did a blundering on, which is is it by Codemasters or Criterion? F1 2010 on the PlayStation. I think I was on the PlayStation 3, I think, and that's the most modern one I played. I really like. It's more like an arcadey one, F17 on the Commodore Amiga, F17 Challenge, but the one I probably played the most out of everything was back on the Commodore Amiga, and you know already what one I'm going to say. It's Microprose Formula 1 Grand Prix. I had an editor where you can edit all the drivers, the stats, the quick the cars goes, and the liveries, and that extended it. And it was by the great Jeff Crammond, who also did Stunt Car Racer. So that was my favourite one. Yes. That probably was. But the thing is, I keep seeing, although I don't review the modern day, well, very modern day ones, I keep seeing Mainmaster Formula 1 2022 in development. That looks absolutely awesome. There's one on my iPad that you might want to track down. You can get a free demo. I haven't reviewed it as of yet. It's called Monoposto. They're 2022. I find that quite decent as well. Had it a while. I keep updating it, so I haven't reviewed that. But on the iPad, I like that one, which I play time to time. But best one, Microprose Grand Prix on the Commodore Amiga. The one I played most recently, which I did the blundering, is F1 2010. There we go. Thank you very much. Hello from Indonesia, says Ibrahim. Hello, Ibrahim. I hope it's okay in Indonesia. Hope it's nice weather and not snowing. Yeah, actually, seriously, good to see you, sir. Good to see you. Thank you. Revs on the BBC Micro is amazing, says Bongo. Indianapolis 500, and a game I haven't reviewed. You controlled that all on the mouse, didn't you, Indianapolis 500? And I struggled with it a little bit. You had to set up the car in a certain way. I need to review that at some sort of like point there. Yes. Chris Richards, today I bought Lotus 2 on the Mega Drive. Have you played it? Yes, I have played Lotus 2 on the Mega Drive, Chris. I've reviewed it as well. I thought it was a bit trickier because I love that game on the Commodore Amiga. It's good on the Mega Drive as well, but it's a little bit trickier. I think. I get them mixed up because there's Lotus 2 and Lotus 3 are renamed on the Mega Drive, so one's missing. I forget which one's which, but I think Lotus 2 is good. I'll tell you another Amiga game, driving game, came out on the Mega Drive, which I loved, and that's Test Drive 2. But yeah, Lotus 2, that's a good buy. That's a good buy. Right, okay. What's the other game? Oh dear, I almost spilt my beer. Yeah, R-Type. So they were the 6 bonus, Bounces, Freedom Fighter, Techno Alice, Motorhead, Splatterhouse 2 and R-Type. So thank you to the members. Video went up earlier on today, telling the games what will go up in the following week. So do you come to this pub often? There we go. I'm enjoying this Cobra. I'm going to try, if I keep doing these every week, I'm going to try a different beer every week. So it's Foster's Blind. What can I do next? Maybe I'll get some Tiger beer in. What about some owls? I don't know about drinking birds. I might get an owl in. Find my best. I'm not really a connoisseur. I tell you what, the worst beer for me ever I had was this beer called. You probably heard of it. It's a big one. Stella Artois, and you know. Stella Artois, that's got super duper strength to it, what I thought was so, and I tend to get drunk over beers just spilt on me. Main Master, I can't be bothered with all the bolted on role playing nonsense that seems to plague every modern. Yeah, there is a lot of role playing. That new F1 2022, it is focused a bit on that as well, so I know what you mean. I'm hoping there's an option to turn that off, because I'm like you, I'm not big into that either. I just want to get racing. Like a kid's imagination, all the story and background stuff that can happen in my own brain. I don't need the thing. Bongo Baggins Cobra's lovely. It's almost as nice as Kingfisher, so it sounds like I need to get Kingfisher there. Right, okay. Bongo Baggins on the Amiga Slab Mouse. It's pretty much impossible. That's Indy 500, isn't it? But yeah, I still need to review that one. I think it's the only racing game, decent racing game, I'm left to cover. A lot of the Amiga games I'm bumping into are quite mediocre. But there you go. It's about seeing all of them, the good and the bad. Right, okay, so what was I going to... I've got a few notes of when I was going to go round on my walk. I'll come to members shout out and all that stuff later on. But thank you to the subscribers. I'm really pleased that you've dropped in, because the likelihood was, because, you know, just a man dropping in on a random stream unscheduled, the likelihood is he'd be drinking beer on his own. But the pub's sort of like half filled for this time of day. So yeah, you might be into the Formula 1 later, but I'll certainly be watching it. There's Cheerlando on and Ricciardo. Let's get a 1-2. So stories I was going to sort of like briefly cover on, although you might interrupt me with your questions. Have you been watching? I've been seeing clips on YouTube of it. This trial between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I was going to say Amber Rudd then, but that would have been wrong. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I don't know. It's been going on and 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 on. But basically, Johnny Depp was accused of abuse, and he's counter-suing. It had an effect on his acting career, because they was going to make Pirates of the Caribbean 6, I believe, and that didn't happen because of what was going on, and also he lost his role in the upcoming Fantastic Beasts movie. Anyway, it's had a bit of a knock-on effect to other people. Now, on this morning, there was a guy called Simon Newton. He makes his career as a Jack Sparrow lookalike, savvy. And he was saying it's affected his income. I mean, if you're going to do your career looking like someone else, you can't complain when their life goes a bit different to what your life is going to and affects you. For her, yeah, for her. That's what the case was, Rosie. You can't complain when someone else's life goes, oh no, I want to do this. My lookalike work's gone. Anyway, he was dressed as Jack Sparrow, of course. Apparently, he was complaining that people were shouting him in the streets when he's doing all these Jack Sparrow stuff. That's my impression of Jack Sparrow. That people were saying, "Oh, do you beat your wife too?" and all that sort of stuff. He's finding it a bit rough. I don't believe, if you watch any of those clips, although you don't know the case, no one can. I think Johnny Depp's innocent. That's my gut feeling, and there's something crazy going on. But anyway, if you're a Jack Sparrow lookalike, well, yeah, try and look like someone else. Right, okay, Indy 500 really needs Amiga 1200 for good speed. Okay, I do most of the games on emulation. When I say most, I say all of them. So if I do it there, I'll have to review it on the Amiga 1200 then, Gumdio. Thanks for the tip there, great. You need to play Formula 1 by CIL on the Spectrum. I played a few Formula 1 games. I can't recall that one. CRL, they did quite a few basic games, didn't they? I'll have to have a look at that. It's bloody, I think, Football Manager with cars. Oh, I think they did a version. Yeah, I think I know the one. I mean, I think they did a version on the Commodore Amiga. I think I had that on public domain. I think there was a Commodore Amiga version that I played quite a lot. You picked two drivers, and it was simulated. You had a budget. You had to pay you had a choice of about 50 drivers. You paid for them, put them in the cars, choose your tyres, went around the 16 circuits, you checked the wings and stuff. You can bring them in for a pit stop, but what if it is the same game? When you did a pit stop, you had the mouse, and you had to, the car come in, you had to click the centre of the wheel, then it come out again. Is that the same? Is that the same game? Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. I think I might have tried to review it, but the version I had kept crashing, I think that's what happened. If it's the same game, I might be getting terribly confused. But I think I hacked into my one so you could have Fred Flintstone driving your car. The feet didn't go through the bottom either. But Jack Sparrow wasn't in it at all. I don't know if you're a looky-likey watching this. Let me know who you look alike. It might be Fora Hurd. It might be Matt Lucas. It might be Morgan Freeman. It might be Mr. T. Comment below if you make your money from a Mr. T lookalike, especially if you're a woman, and you're worried that you might have a court case where he's told someone to stop their jibber jabber, and they're claiming abuse from it. Is it going to affect your income? Right. Meanwhile, need to head off, Nick, but in touch in a few weeks. Yep, absolutely fine, sir. Absolutely fine. Thank you for dropping in. I think we're going places now, aren't we? Cheers to you, sir. Have a good time in London, and look forward to your contact. We'll arrange something. Maybe I'll bring Cobra beer or stuff. So, yeah, have a good one, sir. Bongo Baggins, I got a gig as a Verstappen lookalike, but crashed the car on the way there. That's the thing, innit, really? That's the thing. What happens if you're a Nigel Mansell lookalike and he shaved his moustache off? That would be disaster, because that's the only thing there. Yes. Okay, I don't think I could be a Fora Hurd lookalike. Actually, having said that, it hasn't happened for a while. There was a period of time when in my early 20s where blokes would come up to me and say, hey, wasn't it a great time we had last night? And I thought, I'd never seen you. I know I had a drink problem back then, but I've never seen you before, ever. And I think there was someone going around that looked very much like me. I didn't wear hats back then. And he was causing all sorts of trouble. And people wouldn't believe. When I said that ain't me, people would not believe me that it wasn't me. I mean, I'd like to find this person. Maybe it was Johnny Depp. Maybe I should have done the looky likely as well. Right. Imitate a dead celebrity, they can't mess up your income, says Mad. Well, they're probably easier to imitate as well, aren't they? Like that. That's my impression of someone that's dead. Well done. What's going on? What's going on? So Jack Sparrow there. Good. So how's your work doing? I used to work as a bank. See, it's such a subtle change of subject. I should have my own chat show. How's your job going? I used to work at a bank, 20 years. For some reason, it took 20 years to leave. It was just me so much stress. I now work in a supermarket, so it's not the most complicated thing I ever done in the world, but I got this as well, and so precarious. It's not the most complicated thing in the world, but I'm happier stress-wise, although, I struggle a bit financially. But anyway, who cares? In 100 years' time, no one's going to remember, are they? So remember that. No matter how bad things are, 100 years' time, no one's going to remember, right? Cheers! No one's going to remember. Cheers. Right, good. Remember that. What was I saying? Yes, so I've gone to supermarket work. Now, I was thinking the longest singular place I've ever worked before changing jobs must be about, 5 years as longest place, and I've moved to another bank or another company or stuff. So what is the longest time that you have worked for a company? Let me know. Right, okay. I'm letting you catch up now. Right, yeah, anyway, that takes me to this story. There's a guy called Walter Orfman. Do you know him, Walter Orfman? I don't know. He's worked at the same company for 84 years. 84 years? How old is he then? Well, it's 100 apparently, it says here. He must be just nearing 100. He started his job at this textile company called probably haven't written it down. Yeah, Renault View. I don't know if they're French. Anyway, no, they're in Brazil actually. I think he started in this I don't know where they are. He started at the company in 1938. Imagine that. So he started in the company in 1938. The year's 2022. He's still blooming there. How has he not been runner of the company? Apparently he's been promoted a few times. to sales executive. The people that own the company probably weren't even born when he started working there. 84 years. Wowzers. I wonder if he's had a pay rise in that time or saved up any money. Anyway, he says the only reason why, there's probably some truth about this, he says the only reason why he's so active and stuff is because he keeps his brain active on things, and the job's really a part of him, and he keeps going in. I don't think he's planned to retire any time soon from what I read on the report, but I've been working at the supermarket now just short of 2 years. So to get to 84, that's another 82 years. I'll be 48 this year, so I need to live to about the age of 130. I'm sure I can do it. I don't know whether they have checkouts in that sort of year, wherever that takes us to. Automation is gradually taking over, so they might be all robots. Matt James, 10.5 years at a bank. Well, that's well done you. That's pretty good going. You would have seen a lot of people come and go in that sort of time, especially if it was a call centre related place. Yeah. Matt Myers, you've been working 18 plus years. Well, that's good as well. Yeah, kudos to you. You got staying power. There. It was a good article. I don't know where I read that from, but the guy seemed happy enough, and it just goes to show you. If you get lucky enough. I was pretty unlucky, but if you in the career I chose, but originally it just goes to show you, if you pick something that you enjoy, that you're good at, and you made you feel welcome, you can be a whole lifetime. But I think long careers, I mean, you've done good, you people there, the amount of time you've been there, especially Paul Monahan, 21 years in the current place. It's if you can survive, you can handle the stress and stuff, and you feel you've got a value to the company, a worth, then it's strong. But I always struggle with that. But I feel value at the supermarket for what it is. But well done, 21 years, 18 years, 10 years, they're all good. Hopefully I get 8 years, but supermarkets, retail, they're going to be replaced by robots, I would have thought at some point. There's that Amazon shop, isn't there, really, that so you go in, there's no one in there, it scans who you are, scans everything you pick up, and as you leave the door it charges your bank account. I mean, I don't know. Who does clean up in aisle 4 in this robot place? It sounds like a plot of a Futurama, doesn't it, really? Yeah, so, I don't know how much longer he's going to stay at the company, maybe about a few 100 years. Venjin Lettuce, been a self-employed designer for 20 years. Oh, kudos to you. I mean, I was self-employed for 6 years. I used to sell stuff on eBay. It's a different dynamic. I never made that much money, and I was working 1 million hours a day. A bit like YouTube. Anyway, right, still no promotion or pay rise to come to think of it. Oh well, you might have an Elon Musk moment, mightn't you, where you think of something good, and suddenly you're a billionaire on Mars, because I think Mars is undeveloped. So keep an eye on the Mars market. That's what I should say. People are going to need designers on Mars. You're living there. How many designers are there? Oh, there's only Avenging Lettuce. I better phone him up. So you could have people coming to you for work, but it's self-employed. It's what I found about it when I was doing it was it was good to be free. You was your own boss, and if you saw a procedure was stupid, you could change it immediately straight away. The bad things was not knowing what your income was going to be from a month to month. That was particularly in my case. Having to do your own tax returns, and I found it very hard to switch off, a bit like YouTube. End up working. Good evening to David, evening Nick and chat. Nearly 15 years with your curry. Yeah, I'm impressed with you lot. Yeah, well done. I raised my glass to you. I'm impressed with you lot there that was commented. You've all done quite a long length of time. Made me feel like I'm a bit of a snowflake. But you've done good. I imagine you fitted in well there. Yeah. Matt Myers, add those up, at least 70 years between the three. Well, that's good. 70 years. Cool. But you got some stories of stuff that's happened. Also, as well, we've all got those stories, haven't we, of people that have turned up and they've been absolutely disastrous and only lasted about 2 or 3 weeks and then gone again. Sometimes they're good, those people, because although you think they're bad, they make you look a little bit better. But I'm in a position now where sort of like occasionally I've been training people in the job that I've been doing, and I think it's good to be trained by someone that's gone through a degree of stress, because they get a bit in the mindset of the new person coming in and can break down stuff without using jargon and all that sort of stuff. And also as well, once they are trained, just to make sure they're okay, if they've got any questions there, because I think we've all been in the position before, haven't we, where we've been trained up, we're doing it, and then suddenly you think of a question, and the question is so basic, you're really embarrassed to ask it because it might sound to the other person that you don't know what you're talking about. I don't mind those questions. I love those questions because I've been in that place before, that situation before. I don't mind answering those questions. Sometimes if I guess the person doesn't know that bit as well, I'll go over and tell them as well, so they don't have to admit they don't know it and just fill that in. And that's all about. It's all about training, making people welcome, and building confidence. Ross Bossy did 24 years with your first company. Oh, that's a big chunk as well. It takes a lot of getting used to after you leave. It does. It does. When you're in this like a set pattern. When I was in banking, for different banks, I didn't think I could break away. I was caught in a spiral, keep going back. But that's a completely and utterly different thing that I've spoken to at length there. Yeah, 84 years. That guy's coming up to 100. And it was 19. Oh, well, maths problem. But 19 is still good. I mean, that guy's coming up to 100 now. When do you retire? Now, I think with inflation and stuff like that, I don't think... And it's not really in my mindset to stop and do nothing. I don't think I'm ever going to retire. I think I'm gonna work, which might be, some people might say a bad thing or a good thing. I don't know. I think I'm going to go on and on forever. There, well, until I can't. That reminds me of a story as well, which I was going to talk about on my Friday walk tool. There. It's very weird doing these where you can't edit anything. I could just... I feel there's a load of flannel where I could have edited out. Anyway, we're at the pub, aren't we? Drinking away. In Brazil, they found the oldest woman... I know these stories come out every now and again. They found the oldest woman on record, but this time she had a birth certificate to back it up. She's been bedbound for the last 8 years, being cared for by her daughter... or granddaughter, I think. I don't know how old she is. Well, we got Maria Gomez from Brazil, 121 years old. She's born, and birth certificate says she's born in the year 1900. So when the Second World War starts, she was in her 40s. Now she's 121. Sometimes I think I'm getting old and I haven't done anything in life, or there's more I like to do. But if I'm going to live to 121, we're just at the start, aren't we? Just at the start. It's an age game. Sometimes I don't think I'm doing particularly well, but then I think, well, if I just say, instead of saying I'm 47, if I say I'm 23, I'm doing quite good for a 23-year-old. So what's the difference in me just saying I'm 23? No one's going to know. I think there's someone that said once that the Earth is 4 billion years old. So who's gonna notice 10 or 20 years either way? I just de-age my... Well, actually, you can't de-age yourself in real life, can you? There's apps which I've used. Face app you can use to de-age yourself, but apparently also as well. I think I might have mentioned this on the last one of these. There's a deep fake voice thing now. You can just change your voice, make that younger and older, feel like what's her name? Right, okay, feel like what's her name? A younger or a celebrity, that's it, or a what's her name. If you're a what's her name, then comment in the comment section below. Right, okay. Yeah, she's been bedbound for 8 years, Matt. But I don't know. Your mindset changes, don't you? When I was 20, 40 seemed like really, really old, and now it don't. So when you're 80, I don't know. You just might want to go on. But I don't know if you're in sound mind at 121. I mean, I think I don't know how long some people can the maximum to last. If you had all the best that could be provided for you, all the best of technology, they could replace organs and that sort of stuff. I mean, the brain's the one thing that can't be replaced, I presume. So say for example, they could replace everything. How long can the brain last? 200 years, 300 years? But your cognitive reflexes to remember stuff is going to get gradually worse. Your recall, I don't know if this is the case, your recall is going to get slower and slower as there's more stuff to sift through. It's a bit like checking a PC hard drive where you've only got one file on it. Oh, there it is, the birth date of Napoleon. But if you've got a whole load of stuff in there, the birth dates, lots of stuff, where your keys are, what your PIN number is, all your school qualifications, everything you've ever seen on TV, you might find it a bit hard to find the birthplace of Napoleon in that file somewhere. So maybe they need to work out a way to delete stuff. I think that was in Red Dwarf. There was a story where Holly, the ship's computer, was bored because he'd read everything ever, and Lister, one of the crew members, deleted a load of stuff so he could read it again. Maybe there's a way of doing that. I'm not sure. originally when I was planning to do this, it was going to be about aliens and UFOs, so maybe we can do that next week. The only reason why I've done the other stuff is because that's what I was going to do on the wall. But I was going to talk about UFOs, just give you a brief thing. Bob Lazar, I don't know if you know about him, alien abduction, do aliens exist, the Fermi paradox, that sort of stuff. So next time, if this is here, we'll go all technical, UFOs and all that sort of stuff. Right, okay, so I will say a quick thank you to the members, but we'll continue chatting, and I'm sure I'll go on big deviations as we go, and we'll see what else. If you want to fire any Q&As at me, that'll be fine, and then we'll get ready to watch the Miami Grand Prix, which I don't want to do the commentary on, but if Sky are watching, I'd love to do the commentary on the Miami Grand Prix. And they're off. Both Hoorays are off to a good start, and they've crashed and fallen down a rabbit hole. See, I could do that. Yeah, so big thank you this time. If you want to be a member, not compulsory. I always stress it's not compulsory. If you are a member, you in different financial times, you want to cancel your membership for a bit, that's okay as well. I fully understand. I'm just appreciative of the support you can give me at certain points. So thank you very much. So big thank you to everyone on the second tier and above. Okay, so but you know, I will be looking at the comment section as well, so you could pull me all over the place, go into different areas. So thank you to Greyhawk 2, helps me with the Commodore 64 stuff. Vengeing Lettuce, who was in the comment section there. Thank you, Mr. Lettuce Man. David B73, who was in the comment section as well. 15 years with his current employer. Well done, you. Well done, you. Have you had any time off yet? Have they let you go home? No, 15 years. What sort of area of work are you into, David? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to. I'm just interested. Big thank you to Obed Brinkman. Cheers, Obed. A guy I speak to quite a bit on the old Facebook place. I didn't use Facebook for a while. I seem to be back on there now because of people from work are on there as well. It's good to get connected in that way. There we go. Big thank you to Pete James. And also Jason Arnott, who runs Jason Arnott's Terrified House of Obsession, keeps knocking out the Doctor Who videos. I think he looked at one of these recent videos. He looked at the one of the aliens called the Sea Devils. That's it, comparing them from when they first appeared to the most recent. So there we go. That's Jason Arnott's Terrified House of Obsession. If you want to check that one out. Right, Paul Mahone, need a way to graft on new parts of the brain. Not sure it's all about Elon Musk, isn't it? Really, for that, his Neuralink. But, it seems like a bit of a Carl Pilkington idea where you just plug something on your head with wires into the brain. It's got to be a lot more complicated than that. You can't just plug a RAM pack on your brain and access that straight away. Yes, okay. Vengeance Letters, hey Nikki, these streams are great for stress busting for me. How are they for you? Do you de-stress doing them, or do they feel better? They never feel a burden. Never feel a burden at all. They de-stress me as well, and once I get talking, I'm just I'm just off and running, really. So they're fine. It's just fitting them in the first place. Playing the games takes a little bit of prepping, but I think it's great. My main fear is one time I'll do a game when there'll be no one there. But no, they're good and the support is good. Paul Monahan, new Doctor Who has been announced. Oh God, pray do tell. I haven't caught that news yet. Who is the new Doctor Who? Let me know. Is it me? Is it Mr. T? Let me know, Paul. I'll keep an eye on the comment section there. Big thank you also to GTB Films, M. Barrett and Ratty. Is it Idris Elba? I don't mean it's Ratty Idris Elba. I don't think he is. If you are Ratty and you are Idris Elba, comment below. No, Idris Elba was the favourite, wasn't he? Okay. Big thank you also to Malad1, Ozone 1255. Keeping an eye on the comments. Alf Fairweather. Thank you, Alf, for your support too. Torquemada. And Nikki S, thank you, Nikki. Big cheers to you. David, thanks for the shout out. You're welcome. Thanks for your support. I'm on leave this week. Oh, well done. It was a nice feeling update in the ooh when I finished my day in my first week off since Christmas. Yeah, good. Matt James, I thought I'd reformat and fully clean your laptop. It'll take a while. 4 hours to do 50%. Oh well done you. Well, big thank you to Nikki S, Claire Johnson as well. Thank you very much, Claire, another Facebook friend. Thank you to What Ho Snorkers for your support. Clinton Johnson, thank you, Clinton. Jeffrey Searby too. Also Steve Norman. Now, I need to get my other window open here. Steve Norman runs the blog. Let's type it in. Please don't delete anything. I can't open the window, can I? Oh, God, I got problems. Yeah, here we go. He runs a blog called retroarcadia.blog. Now, I have written some notes about it already. We just want to make sure it hasn't changed there. Out of office. Out of office, right. This site can't be reached. Oh, what? Why not? Because I spelled it wrong. That's why. Retroarcadia.blog. That's what Steve runs. Right, let's see what he's up to. But I have written it down from before. He's done one extra post since I last looked at it. Anyway, he's looked at a chopper command on the Atari 2600. This is a blog with updates of all retro and clever stuff. Yeah, Atari 2600, a game I reviewed. I think it's influenced by a Defender, or maybe more Empire Strikes Back. Looking at that, yeah, it's a really good game. Have a look what he thinks about that. He's also done his weekly spotlight on games he's been looking at. Let's have a look at there. Looks like there's a Formula 1 game there. That's good to have a look at that with Formula 1 going on. What's that? Is that Continental Circus? Do not know, but yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff there. Oh, he has mentioned Empire Strikes Back as well. A few Star Wars. What's that one? That's a few Star Wars. If you're on the Commodore 64, that looks good on the Commodore 64. That's a good find. I didn't know that game exists. I know that game was supposed to be Attack of the Mutant Camels. I think on the Commodore 64. That must be a new one. It is a Far East version. Have a look at that then, everyone. I highly recommend that. So it's retroarcadia.blog from Steve. He does catch a few good things. Right. You look like a nice person, rare on YouTube. Well, thanks, VR Nuggets. Much appreciated there. Now now you made me hungry with that name. Hello to Brian Bridgewood. A big thank you for dropping by. Thank you, Brian. Much appreciated. Yeah, retroarcadia.blog from good old Steve Norman. So thank you, Steve. Continue doing the great work. Thank you as well to Lemmy Barnett and Steve Q. Thank you for all your support, sir. I think it's Steve that sent me the Spectrum Next hybrid thing, so really need to look at that at some point. Big thank you to Phil Hill and Chono Baggy. Chono Baggy, this is another Facebook thing. I'm occasionally like their pictures and stuff. Really cool cosplay on this. Chono Baggy's a member of a Facebook site called Copycats Cosplay. When I'm back out again, do a proper walk, I'll do a proper link on the page. But if you're on Facebook, give this a like or do a comment that you've seen it on this Nick getting merry video and say hello there. It's Copycats Cosplay. That's KOPYKATS COSPLAY. Copycats Cosplay on the Book of Faces. So on Facebook, have a look at that. By Chono Baggy, there's all sorts of different bits of cosplaying going on. Star Wars, Doctor Who, there's some very recent stuff as well, so it gets updated quite a lot. Well, people doing their cosplay. Now, I wish I had more time to do that, because I think I could have quite a bit of fun with it, because as you know, I do like wearing my hats and all that sort of stuff. Okay, so also, big thank you. Now, Nick, don't miss anyone out. Big thank you to Jason Holmes, Paul Monahan, who's in the comments there. Someone called Nukutu Gatwa, actually from... Oh, right, I don't know him. Is that who it was, Paul? I don't know who that is. I thought it was going to be someone... yeah, I thought it was going to be someone I knew. That's interesting. Well, they're going to... Well, let's see then. So it's not a female doctor, I presume. It's a male doctor back to there. We'll see how that goes then. Nice one, Paul. Interesting. Yeah, that is going to be good. I wonder if they'll do the regeneration at Christmas, maybe. I don't know. Big thank you to Adam Phillips and also Gypsum Fantastic. Thank you, Gypsum Fantastic. No, I haven't missed out anything I was supposed to say. Right, good. Thank you, everyone on the second tier. Right, let's catch up with the comments. I now know OOO stands for out of office. That out of office thing, I have known people in the past that put on their out of office when they're actually in the office to avoid doing work. More than one, in fact. Is that something any of you lot have done? Maybe you got half an hour to go and you put your out of office on? I used to have a friend back in the day who used to do it even when his friends were emailing him. It was very, very bizarre indeed. His out of office was always on. Maybe he didn't work there. Maybe he was always out the office. Maybe he was a gardener. I don't know. Maybe it makes sense. Right. Finish off the members thank you. So thank you members on the upper tier there. So big thank you there. A big thank you to S Jab, Martin R, Rossi Bossy, thank you, Rossi. I know there's been a few changes there. So, I've spoken to you on Twitter, but Ross Bossy's got a site called ross.bossy.itch.io. That's rosz.bossy.itch.io. Currently working on Super 3D Pixel Grand Prix, and I think another side thing as well. So show that site some love. Look out for the recent Super 3D Pixel Grand Prix. It's looking to be a great Formula 1 style game. I do some of the voice work for it there. It's great music track. So that's something to look forward to coming out later on in the year. Matt Myers, cool Batman figure in the background, Nick. Yeah, I bought that on Amazon quite a way back. It is quite good. I like it. It's slightly bigger than the Stormtrooper. I don't know. There was a period where there was a lot of these sort of like figures on Amazon, particularly the Star Wars ones. I'm not sure they're still there, but might be worth a look. There was they was quite cheap as well at the time. There was the Superman, all those ones. But I went for Batman. Right. Okay. Let's keep. Right, okay, Batman is the best super... I agree. Matt James at the bank, my out of office, just... okay, fair enough. What was I saying? Yeah, thank you, Ross Bossy. Also, Colin Hode. Colin runs a retro gaming site like mine, so it's a bit contradictory that I'm promoting it, but I will do anyway because Colin's a good guy. He supports the channel. He covers BBC Micro, which I don't. So if you're not yet. So if you're into BBC Micro, want to see a fun chap talk you through it, I think he looks at some of the technical aspect as well about programming as well. Well worth a look. That's youtube.com/Colin Hode, so COLINHOAD. Yeah, I do recommend going there. I've subscribed to it myself. I think you should do as well. See what videos he's doing there. A very good chap, that is Colin Hode. Ross Bossy, thanks for the shout out, bud. You're welcome. Still in there, just about onwards and upwards. Boof. That's what I like to hear. Life needs more of a boof in it. Well, kudos to you, Ross. But take it easy. Don't overcommit yourself. I'd understand either way. Thank you, Rossi. Scott Barnes, hi Nick. Hope you're well. Not too bad. Thank you. I hope you're well as well. Do you think of Alex Jakes doing Channel 4? What do you think of Alex Jakes doing Channel 4 commentary? See, you've got me now. I think I need a picture of them. Who's Alex Jakes? I need to see a picture. I probably know them, but the names pass me a little bit by there. Right, okay. Where am I up to? Yeah, big thank you to Richard Mitton, Tom, and my friend in Australia, Graham Webke. So I don't know what time it is in Australia. It's probably tomorrow, isn't it? Yes, right. 30s, 40s serial stuff. What I do, I'll show you the Batman. I'll show you the Batman thing. Let's go and get it. I'm just going to go over there, right? It probably doesn't look that good now close up, but there he is. Dun 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 dun. There he is. Oh, let's put him there. Well, he's gonna have to go there. Don't fall over, Batman. Stay. Oh God, Batman's in trouble. There we go. So there's Batman. He's looking a bit iffy. So it looks quite mean and moody. It's got a head that can go that way, and it can go that way as well. So you can look where he's going. So there he is, being a Batmanified. Good. So he's now, there we go. He's with me now. So we've got the Stormtrooper in the background there. So it's like Batman and Robin, but this time it's Batman, and me. It's not a bad model. I think it only costs about £20 or something. It's like in between a child's toy and not a child's toy, if you know what I mean. So it's like either one or even one of the two. All right, buddy. I'm okay. Okay, fair enough. We can do ventriloquist. It's a ventriloquist that. It's a ventriloquist that now. It's all your fault. Right, okay. Diddly did. Have you had a good time in Gotham today? No, it's been really rubbish. Why is that? Where's it? Crime has gone up really massively. Is it? Is it really? What's gone wrong then, crime? Someone stole my crisps. Oh, right. So if I'm on Britain's Got Talent, then I think I'm gonna get through to the next round, didn't I? I've got 4 red buttons and I'm out. Anyway, so there you go. There. It's not a bad little model, is it really? Yeah. Glenn Browan, I had a great debate about whether Batman would beat Spider-Man in a fight or not. Well, he beat Superman, or he's got it to a draw. We also had a debate about which fight Simon Whitlock performs best with. Well, not well. I there was a Wonder Woman one, but it didn't look very PC. And you know what it is with that. You got to be a bit careful, right? Okay, so let's go down here. Let's put him back where he goes, parading stuff. Oh, I almost fell off my seat then. There you go. So he can stay back there, back in the background of the pub. The stormtrooper, he's holding some sort of Lego thing. He's holding a Luke Skywalker Lego man. So that's very interesting there. Right, Richard Midden, I can see your lips moving, but not the. Oh, right, okay. I'd never be very good at ventriloquism, both the script and the act. Yeah. There we go. So I don't know what you're doing later on. I'm at work a lot next week, but I think I've got a couple of days off. There's supposed to be, well, in theory, I'm supposed to have Tuesday and Wednesday off. I think so. I don't know. Are you drinking where you are? Are you just having a water? Are you just watching this in the background? I'm just looking at this cobra here. I don't know whereabouts in the world does cobra come from? It's named after a snake, isn't it? I think it's named after, yeah. There's a cobra snake. I don't know if there's any I don't know. My eyesight isn't the best. When I'm doing checkout work at the supermarket, sometimes you get a barcode that doesn't scan, and so then you have to read the number on the bottom of the barcode. Now some stuff is absolutely tiny, and it's that point where I'm thinking, oh no, I think I might need some glasses. That could be a 2, could be a 6, or it could be a picture of an orange. I don't know. Sometimes I get lucky and I glance up at the right thing comes up, but 47 is it it's like the standard time to start getting glasses. I mean, if it's big, I'm okay. Just when it goes really tiny, like there was a little bottle of. The other day, a little bottle of nail varnish remover, and that wouldn't scan because the barcode was round a corner. I was looking at it, it was just a big blur. It was like like at school when you had those cartridge pens and someone rubbed their finger over it before it had dried. It was just a blur. I didn't. What am I supposed to read that? There might be a number in there. Matt James, I think it's Indian. Oh right, okay. Matt Myers, going to go, Nick. Have a great rest of your live stream. Oh well, thank you, sir. Have a good one. Ross Bossy, Cobra, best beer to make snake. Yeah, I suppose so. What is a snake bite? It's Ribena. What is it? Ribena and what else? I don't know. It's Ribena and something. One of my friends called Gary, which is a name that's dying out for some reason, used to have that a lot, but he always used to get ill every time he had it there. Right. Yes, go. Good stuff. I like reading the comments, although sometimes there's one I don't quite understand and I have to like gloss over it rather than get myself into trouble. Right. So I've got about halfway through the pint. That's not bad going this time. Right. If the light catches you just right, you look just like the prisoner from the Green Mile. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know if I'm being heckled now from the audience. Is that good or bad? I don't know. I haven't watched the Green Mile. I've watched the Green Lantern. Is that a similar thing? I could be a superhero, maybe. I often thought I'd be good from an Ocean's 11 sort of character, drilling through walls or just thinking of the master plan. Right. I don't think I got too much left to talk about unless you've got any sort of like questions there. So thank you to the members. I'll be and for watching and subscribers. I'll be watching the Grand Prix later on. There, all cheer McLaren. And if McLaren get a podium or even get points, then think of me, because then I'll be sort of like there. Right, okay. What can I say? I can just say the last thing. Cheers, Nick. Having a glass of Spitfire Ale this end. Yeah, see, I don't like the word spit in that sort of like drink. My favourite drink, as you know, is Bailey's. I keep waiting for it to go down to sort of like some price of $9.99 for a litre, which happens every now and again. Anyway, one of the good beer drinking games we looked at, I think it was a few weeks ago, wasn't it? Was Happy Hour. When I talking about beer games, I'm thinking of sort of like 180, the darts games and wacky darts. This one's called Happy Hour, where you're just staggering around trying to get to 12 pubs and they're having a pint at each one. And then you're just staggering around all getting like weird and stuff. Right, so there we go. Do you think, Lewis? Yeah, anyway, so I think we'll move on. So thank you very much for watching this. Sorry we couldn't do the Friday chat. What channel is the Grand Prix on? I'm not sure. I'd probably be listening to it on the radio on channel 4, I would have. No, actually, on BBC. I think the BBC have got it on there. It might be on Sky, I think, but I generally listen to it on the radio. And then on YouTube, they put the highlights a bit later on. So it's been a round hour. That's not too bad. Normally, when we're going on the walk, it'll be sort of like 20 or so edited minutes. So thank you for joining me for this. Enjoy the rest of your weekend there. And I'm just going to do something a bit clever, which I should have done at the start. There we go. There we go. So you're always going to get a few hecklers on these, but if someone doesn't like your channel, why do they keep coming back? So, you know, have a good weekend. Don't let stresses get you down. There'll always be people to try and lean on you, but don't worry about that. Push on. You are the greatest. So thank you for watching this. And same, till next time, take great care of yourself. It was good chatting to you, as it always is. And have a very fond goodbye. Thank you, everyone. Nice talking to you. Thank you. Should be back to a regular chat next week, I'm hoping. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.